Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for hanging out with me for this Project Life video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. What's up friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this video. I am showing you right now the embellishments I'm going to use for this week in Project Life. Most of them are from the August Stories by the Month kit, which I love. The colors are my absolute favorite. I love a good rainbow, and these bold colors are perfect. I'm also going to be using stamps this week, which isn't something I usually do, but I just felt like it. And so I'm going to pull out my Stays On ink and use that throughout the spread as well. I also have some puffy stickers from a Vicky Bouton collection. So let's speed up the camera and get going. I'm going to say right now, Nora has a friend over and they are playing and they can get loud. So if you do hear any background noise, I apologize. It's Nora and her friend having a play date / sleepover, which can we just say, like, why do they call it a sleepover? Because the kids don't sleep. We need a new name. I hereby am petitioning for a new name for sleepovers, air quote, sleepovers. Anywho, speaking of crazy and busy, that is the month of August. Actually, I lie. It's really not as bad as July. July was literally insane. August, I feel like there's moments where I've been able to catch my breath. You've just seen me go through some of my stash and see what I have to use to incorporate some journaling. And I pulled out these black labels, but I never end up using them. So that was obviously a great use of my time. Since there is so much stamping on throughout this video, I do speed the stamping up. Normally my videos are sped up to 4 times the speed. But when I am doing stamping, I will probably speed that up quite a bit more because otherwise this video will just be way too long. And, you know, I get self-conscious about blabbering on and from Allie Edwards, like I'm doing right now, to stamp out week 32. So let's talk about the title now, card. I would have liked to have the week 32 on these at the beginning of every month. I way underestimated the, like I said, probably one of my favorites. I'm just going to add the dates in here. I'm definitely a fan of bright and bold, and I feel like that is the vibe for this month. So I'm using these alphas, and then the photo on the left is actually, it's super blurry and it's not a great quality photo because I took it off of the interwebs. Nora's Dance Studio dance camp was Taylor Swift Eras Tour themed all week. It was half day camp, and so that's the only photo I got. And so that's Nora with a bunch of the girls from the dance camp. And I just put a little die cut that says highlight yes, so good. And I wrote all the girlies at dance camp. They had a full week of all things Swiftie related. And then just put one of the asterisk chipboard pieces and 2 of the stars. Then I created in the second row a flip up, and it's of when Nora and I went back to school shopping for her school supplies. So I love the photo of her with her backpack. That is the one she ended up choosing. I love it. The strawberries and the pink, it's just, I would have picked it for myself. So I love that she's definitely maturing and growing in her taste and style. Like we ended up, I'll get to it on the right side of the spread. We ended up getting some school clothes on Saturday, and she ended up picking like a ton of really trendy things that she hadn't ever had an interest in, but all of a sudden is like, I want to wear, you know, flare leggings and wide leg jeans and neutrals and baggy pants, which is like very in right now. And I'm like, okay, girl, like, yeah, all right. So she's grown up, she's getting older, and she is definitely in her own like style, which I love. So anyway, on the picture of Nora in the aisle of supplies at Target is her with her backpack that I just stamped back to school. And that stamp set is from Studio Calico. Put the star in the middle, and then I ended up deciding to put, use one of the circle die cuts as the tab. So I love that I chose to incorporate that. I wanted to bring in that blue funky checked pattern because I use it in the vellum card over on the right side of the spread. And Nora is wearing a shirt on Sunday of a shirt she just got when we were out shopping that is like the same pattern. So I was like, that's crazy. Very serendipitous for her shirt to exactly match a pattern in the Stories by the Month kit this month. So underneath the flip up is a picture of Nora in the middle of grabbing some dry erase markers and some pencils and things because we were at Walmart for that. And I ended up bringing in this pocket card from Studio Calico. I knew that last year there was a collection that was kind of like back to school related, and some of them looked like pencils. So I grabbed this one. I thought it was perfect, and I stamped a little bit on it just for fun. And I just wrote that it's that time of year again, back to school shopping for all the supplies, and that I ended up picking up some pens and markers for myself. myself, of course, because, you know, that's where my love of stationery started, right? Was with back to school supply shopping. Comment down below if that's where yours started as well. And then the picture on the far right in this row is of Nora and I at this new boba place we tried on her last day of camp. Normally the girls perform the dances they've learned throughout the week, but because of the weather, they couldn't because they would have had to do it outside. Their studio is not big enough to, you know, contain all the parents and dancers. So they ended up recording it for us and sending it to us via email. But after we picked her up and she had her cute little like Swiftie dress and makeup and hair done, we decided to try this new boba place because she gets boba just about every Friday. And we loved it. It was super cute inside. So my husband snapped this photo of us and I put a label sticker and just wrote new boba shop find. It was delish and a little star on the right side of that label there. And then on the rainbow card that says moments at the top, I decided to stamp Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like the first letter of each day of the week, and then journal a little bit about each of the days of the week that didn't necessarily get photos. So on that card for Monday, I said I finally finished Nora's 2019 scrapbook album. After cheer, I treated us to McDonald's ice cream. Tuesday, poor Nora had bad tummy pain on and off since the weekend. Celiac is not fun. She opted to stay home. Wednesday, Nora went to camp despite not feeling 100%. I caught up on my media journal. Matt took Nora to cheer so I could host my Zoom. Thursday, Nora's still battling stomach pain. After camp, we had Chipotle and went to Walmart and Target for her school supplies. Cheer was canceled. And Friday, no live performance for camp, but it was recorded. Took Nora for boba and had a chill afternoon, dinner at home, and I did Nora and my manicures. And then the bottom left photo is Nora helping me make bracelets for Camp BFF, which was something I stole from photos in my Instagram stories. Sometimes I pop over there and like to share what's going on in life, and managed to snag this screenshot. And it was super fun. We were just watching, well, she was watching her favorite YouTubers and I was making bracelets. But it was a nice time for us to just kind of hang out together. So we did that. We made a bunch of bracelets, and I love the chipboard that I put on it because it's the perfect sentiment. It says, I'm always thinking about creating. My future starts when I wake up every morning. Every day I find something creative to do with my life. Miles Davis. And I'm like, well, that's perfect. We're creating bracelets here for BFF Sticker Camp, which is what I journaled on the little label sticker and put a little yellow star and called that good. And then the last thing is the August looks like this 4x6 card, and that's where I house ephemera that I want to remember and that are, you know, important and things that are related to the month's memories. So I have this little cut apart from the Callie Danielle teacher lanyard that I bought for myself for subbing this year, and then Nora's book bag tag. And then I placed a large order from Sticker Planet, which was my first order from them because they provided a very generous discount to those of us who are attending Camp BFF. So I got that order in the mail. And yeah, then there's space there for some more ephemera as the month goes on. All right, so once I get the ephemera added to this card, I can put it back in the pocket pages, and I will be done with the left side of this spread. So I like to show you the close-ups in real time. So here it is, and you can see up close I point to the photo where Nora is, peeking her little head in there. And I love, love, love the way this turned out. I'm like obsessed with this month's vibe. It's like retro and bright and fun, and it's just perfect for all the things that we had going on during the week as well. I just love when that happens. So now I'm going to move on to the right side of the spread. And really there's nothing like to document except the weekend because, like I said, Nora was at dance camp, so I don't have any photos from that. So what I ended up doing, Saturday we went to our local Six Flags, and obviously, you know, we were there all day, so we took a ton of photos, and I didn't have the ability or the patience to try to include all of them. So I picked some of my favorites and made a little grid in the Diptyque app and printed it on a 4x6 photo. So it's just a photo of the new roller coaster they have. That was the first ride we did, called the Bobcat. And then Nora in Alice in Wonderland, it's like a walkthrough. And she has liked it since she was an infant. So every year when we go, I take the same photo of her, like peeking through the little pretend flowers, and then a picture of Nora and Matt in the front row of the really crazy wooden roller coaster we have here called the Comet, and then a couple photos of her with the, you know, the characters from the park, and then a picture of the two of them in line to ride a different loop-de-loop roller coaster. that I couldn't do because I was sick for quite a while after riding one of the rides that was absolutely insane. I will insert a little video clip here just to show you how crazy it was. It's the same video clip if you're following me on Instagram that I shared in my stories. Like I said, I do tend to pop in there and share bits and pieces of our life here and there when I can remember to do so. So the only thing I did on this photo was add a die cut that says "so good," stamp the date, put a few puffy stickers and another chipboard asterisk, and just journaled that we spent the day at the park and that Nora loves all the roller coasters. And then I took the vellum checkerboard card and decided to make that into just a decorative card. Again, I'm using that same, not the same, this is a different stamp set from Paper Person Shop, sorry. It's got the roller coaster, it says riding the roller coasters and then a day at the park. I put August Stories chipboard piece, 2 little puffy black stars at the top, and then the label sticker that says highlight, yes, so good. And then a little red puffy heart under that. And then moving on to the second row, after the park, we went, got some back to school clothes because there are outlets right around the corner, and then got ice cream for dinner, and then dinner after ice cream because, you know, you just have to. No, this place is right across the street from the amusement park, and it just made sense to go there first. And also, it is the best soft serve ice cream ever. It was featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which is one of our favorite places to get soft serve. So I just wrote that on the label sticker that goes on the picture of the sign. And then the picture of Nora and Matt mid mouthful of ice cream. I just put a label sticker that says tradition equals ice cream after the park. Huge portions for the win. And also that's that same pattern of that blue and white checked. And then the card on the left is actually also from Studio Calico, from that same collection that that pencil card came from, which I can't remember the name of, I'm sorry, but it was released sometime last year. All I did was stamp the date at the top and put 2 black puffy hearts and then a star on each of the circles just to coordinate and add a little bit of texture to the card for the journaling. And then I journaled all about that day at the park. So I said that we tried the new wooden coaster, the Bobcat, first. I love that Nora's still excited to get her picture taken with the characters. We rode the Outlaw. It was insane, 164 foot high and up to 52 miles per hour while rotating 360 degrees in your seat and 360-degree arm rotating at the same time. We went to the outlets down the road where Nora got clothes for the year at Gap and Old Navy, and we got homemade soft ice cream and stopped for dinner at Jersey Mike's. It was a sunny, long day of adventure. And then the bottom row is just that photo of Nora and her friend Abby after church playing doctor. She was doing like the reflex test on her knee with like a very lifelike doctor kit, so Nora's leg just kept flying up in the air and it was really funny. So I was really glad I captured that moment of the two of them. It's super cute. And I cut down the die cut piece that says August looks like this, and then used another label sticker that says a tiny little story and just journaled Abby and Nora playing doctor, reflex testing equals giggle fest, because they were just laughing and hitting each other with the thing over and over again. And then I just put a couple of puffy stars and then that last chipboard asterisk piece and stamped the date. And by the way, for all the asterisk pieces, the chipboard pieces that don't have adhesive, I'm just using my two-way zig glue marker, which is super awesome, or glue pen. I just grabbed it at Joann, and I'm sure you can get it just about anywhere, including Amazon. And then lastly, for this vellum rainbow card, I ended up doing all stamping because I did this a few weeks back with a different Stories by the Month kit, and I loved the way it looked. I think I did it around Mother's Day. And so I just stamped out some things from Sunday that were happening, and I thought that was a really creative, fun way to use the vellum. So I'm using these stamps from Citrus Twist Kits, spelling out Deli Brekkie, because we got breakfast sandwiches on the way to church, but from this place across the street from us, that's like a deli, and it was just breakfast sandwiches, but it was way too wordy to spell all that out. So I just spelled Deli Brekkie, and I kidnapped the exclamation point from the Ali Edwards alphas that I used to spell out the title. And then I used the same alphas to spell out church, and then went back to the alphas from Citrus Twist Kits to spell out Playdate with Abby, and then used the second set of alphas on that same Citrus Twist stamp set to spell out front and back. I love the size of these. I got these because I was influenced by Leilani scraps. She uses them all the time in her project life and scrapbook projects because they're just the perfect size, and the font is really cute. So front and back, I spelled with the thicker font there, and then went back to the thinner font to spell out walkovers on the line underneath, because Nora's been practicing her front and back walkovers. And then Clue, I went and used the same alphas from Ali Edwards again, because we were playing the game Clue a couple times over the weekend. And then at the top, I just stamped the date for all of those, just like bullet points about the day with the Stays On ink that I've been using, and my date stamp that's from scrapbook.com, and then just put a couple of black puffy hearts next to it. And that's going to be it for the right side of the spread. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a slower week, but lots of fun things happening, and I anticipate that will be about the same for week 33, which, because I'm kind of behind chronologically in my project life, I think what I'm going to do, I usually only post these videos every Monday, but after this, I shared this video, I think like the next day or the day after, the same week at least, I am going to put week 33 up and start to play catch up so that I'm current with the time of year. Like I hope that makes sense, because right now this video is not going to air until September. But in reality, today is actually August 13th, and that's the week we just finished. So I want to catch up time-wise so that when it's time for me to start sharing December daily, I am current with Project Life videos as well. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry. Just ignore me and continue to watch my videos, hopefully, regardless of when I air them or how often I air them. But I appreciate your time. I know you guys are busy and life is busy, and I appreciate you spending time with me. So I'm going to show you some close-ups of the finished page and then the full spread all together. And do me a favor, please like this video. It does help the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would love that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, friends. And remember that you are enough. Love ya. Bye.